Hi, my name is Michael Emerson. I'm 22. I go to school full-time, and I'm also a board member for Monai Village. The main reason I went into foster care is my parents just weren't stable, and my dad's been in prison pretty much my entire life, which is kind of not a great thing. And my grandmother actually ended up passing away, so I was no longer able to stay with her, and my mom was wherever she was on drugs. After that, I guess, I was in foster care, and I didn't really like it, and I would run away from foster homes or run away from, Kids Cottage. And for those of you who don't know what Kids Cottage is, that's basically an emergency shelter for all the foster kids, before they can go into foster homes, or, if there's a overload of foster kids in the system that don't have homes, or there's not enough homes, that's where they go. And so it's like a big group home, I guess, of, you're stuck in the house with like up to 20 people, and it's like a 4-bedroom house basically, or 4-bedroom trailer. So yeah, I was running away, and I was just living on the streets, kind of doing whatever I wanted to stay away from it. I hated it so much. I hated being in foster care. I hated all the rules, and just hated, that I was a foster kid. I was not able to accept that. Later in foster care, probably a few years after all this was going down, I actually met some really great social workers and some really great staff that kind of led me to believe in the foster system, and that, see the good side of it, the people who are in it to help people and to care for people. And, it just drove me not to want to run away. It drove me to, trust in the people that are there, and accept that, where I am, and this is my life, and these people are here to help me. So after that, I spent a majority of my teen years in foster care, and different foster homes, or foster care was a big part of my life growing up, and that's kind of, it's kind of molded me into the person I am. It's something that kind of haunts me, but at the same time has turned me into like the person I am today, and I'd say that I'm a pretty decent person. It's driven me to, really accept all people, accept kind of where everyone comes from, whether that's a great background or, foster care or bad backgrounds. It's like foster care is one of those things that isn't really talked about a lot, and more so now it's becoming prevalent. But when I was growing up in foster care, it seemed like you're kind of the people that don't get talked about. I think that's just like has a lot to do with people can't accept, that people or kids go into foster care. I think it's like a lot of people disassociate from it because it makes them sad or it makes them upset, and it's something they don't want to be involved in. It's out of sight, out of mind. And that doesn't stand true for everyone. That's not the true statement for everyone. A lot of great people are involved in foster care, and a lot of, people adopt and, are foster parents, whether that's for good reasons or bad. So the needs for Monai Village right now, we're kind of in the stage of funding. That's the biggest thing. We've got a plan. We've got, the route of things we want to do, and we've got the staff to do it. We just, the biggest thing is finding the finances to do it, whether, that's from donations or grants or anything like that. That's just our biggest next step, is finding where the finances are to get going, to actually make it happen. Monai Village to me is just a group of passionate people who want to make a change in the foster system, particularly in the aging out process. That's kind of the gooseneck of, foster care. It's where a lot of kids have issues, aging out. Turning 18 is a big thing, especially when you don't have the guidance or necessary resources for aging out and being an adult. You don't have that family to fall back on. And so really, Monai Village is just a group of people who, have a passion for foster youth and youth in general, and want to make a change and make that process easier for children to become successful adults.